What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Krista B, one half of those wrestling girls, and welcome back to another episode of Krista's Corner. Now, today's episode is a little bit sad, a little bit touchy. You may, have some realizations, but our legends are leaving us. And it started with John Cena announcing last year that he will be officially retiring from the WWE, from wrestling, this year in 2025. His last match will take place at WWE's main event in Washington, D.C. on December 13th. And I got to be there. My nephew already done said that I was his chauffeur. I have to take him there. And it's only right that I do, because when he was younger, I used to bring him to WWE events all the time. And he loved John Cena. Love John Cena. So it only makes sense to take him to see John Cena's last match, despite it being in another state. But it gives me an excuse to go back to DC. I haven't seen my DMV family in a while. So it's going to be a really, really good time. We're going to turn up. However, John Cena kind of started a trend, okay? Because once he announced his retirement, it was announced that AJ Styles will also be retiring in 2026. And then Samoa Joe announced that his retirement is somewhere on the brink as well. So I'm just at a point to where it's like, why is everybody leaving? You understand? Like, I just can't take the fact that everybody is really leaving us, and we just really have to sit here and fend for ourselves. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't like it. And I just need it to go away. I need it to stop. So they all tweeted out things, and it makes you wonder, like, did we take them for granted before? And honestly, as I was watching AJ Styles' match last night, his tag team match with Dragon Lee against the Judgment Day, I was feeling like I'm going to miss AJ Styles more than I'm going to miss John Cena. Reason being is the fact that when John Cena started wrestling, when he came in through with the ruthless aggression, and he beat up, well, he didn't beat up, he had that amazing match with Kurt Angle. I really had stopped watching it around that time, like 2002, 2003. I had really stopped watching it, so I really never saw what John Cena was capable of. Like, I know that he's been through he had some hell of matches, like, and he had some crazy great opponents: Randy Orton, Edge, Kurt Angle. I believe he had Triple H. He did carry that. He carried the business for a really, really long time. And I'm not negating anything that John Cena has done, because John Cena has literally picked up that torch when the Attitude Era was literally fading out. And it was him, and it was Edge, and it was the Hardys. But when I was watching AJ Styles, and I'm just like, yo, when AJ Styles made his debut back in like 2016 at the Royal Rumble, and I knew who AJ Styles was because of TNA, because of the rumblings. And then I started to see like how he was, like how WWE just let him be free and let him like run his course and let him do whatever it is that he wanted to do, and still was able to tell a story and still had all this luscious hair, because his hair, he's a walking Pantene Pro V commercial. I'm just like, damn, I feel like I'm going to miss AJ Styles more. Like, although we have more time with AJ Styles than we do with John Cena, I'm going to miss him a little bit more. And then Samoa Joe comes along, who's now in AEW, and says that, once he retired, like, it probably won't even be like a big ceremony, a big celebration. He's just going to leave, and that's it. It's going to be a surprise, like, leave and that's it. And I'm just like, you can't just do that to us. Like, I mean, you can do whatever you want because you're Samoa Joe. But at the same time, like, we're fans, like, greats. These greats are leaving us. Like, our legends are leaving us. And yes, I grew up in the Attitude Era, so I grew up watching Stone Cold Steve Austin. I grew up watching Undertaker. I grew up watching The Rock and Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and and in those moments, they never really, I feel like the ones who really mentioned that they retired was Undertaker, because I was at the Taker TED Talk, aka his Hall of Fame speech. Stone Cold Steve Austin, due to injury, although he did come back and saw an epic match between him and Austin Theory and Vince McMahon. Triple H had to retire. He was forced to retire due to a medical condition. Shawn Michaels retired. I don't even recall like a ceremony for him retiring. I think he just retired and came back and retired. Now he's like doing an amazing, fantastic job down in NXT. And his social media and their social media is amazing. Like I need to do a TikTok with Shawn Michaels ASAP. The Rock, the Rock hasn't really retired yet. He hasn't retired. We've last seen him wrestle at WrestleMania 40. He has this whole final boss shtick that we're still waiting on, honestly, because you left us hanging since February of this year, and the story is not really going anywhere. Like I'm so confused. You made John Cena turn heel, and you know what? That's neither here or there because I'm not going to get worked up. But it's not about that. It's about our legends that are leaving, that are announcing retirement. Now, some scuttlebutt in the works about Shinsuke. And then I also have to realize, like, a lot of these wrestlers for years have been putting wear and tear on their bodies. And they're all mid to late 40s, almost 50s. Like, I feel like the only one who's really not retiring yet are the Hardys. And I mean, I really don't want them to. I really don't want them to at all. The Hardys still can go. They still got it. I was able to be in House of Glory when they won. They're now the new House of Glory Tag Team Champions. Within the same week, they won the the NXT Tag Team Champions, and they're also the TNA Tag Team Champions. And they retired the Dudley Boys one last time. It was at Bound for Glory. It was their final match. It was the TLC match or a tables match where they had the ladders and chairs, which was amazing. So the Dudleys are retired. They left. They didn't even leave their boots in the ring. They gave their boots to the Hardys. So it's crazy to see because it's like wrestling makes you still feel like that kid. Wrestling still makes you feel like you one, it makes you realize like you still have a fandom, like you can be a part of something and not be judged, although people do judge for those who don't understand. But wrestling brings out that part of you where you can't explain it. It's like going to your favorite concert, going to your favorite artist concert, and that's all you can talk about. That's all you can think about. That's all you want to live in. You want to live in those moments. And wrestling gives you those moments. And then when you have these wrestlers who are putting their bodies on the line to give you those moments, like we know that eventually you will have to go and you will have to retire. But at the same time, it's like we don't want you to go because now it's like a piece of us is going with you. And there's some matches where I just like, damn, like good thing we have digital platforms that they can live forever on, and the internet is forever. But there's matches that you've been in the crowd for, and you just like, yo, I'm so glad that I was there. I'm so glad like that nobody can sit here and tell me different. AJ Styles and John Cena had their last match ever at Crown Jewel. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and I'll scream it to the mountaintops. It should have main evented. These two men have put on a hell of a match within a storied career. We know for sure that they will be entering the WWE Hall of Fame sooner than later, one way or another. They have to be there. And it's just amazing. And then even going back to Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, that feud that they had during SummerSlam, I think it was like 2018, 2019. And Samoa Joe was just antagonizing AJ Styles, and not even antagonizing AJ Styles, antagonizing his wife Wendy, where AJ put the Pantene Pro V hair up, baby, and started to go to work on Samoa Joe. It's just those moments that you have that some you forget about, and then you go back and you watch, and you're just like, damn, like we're never gonna see this again. It sometimes makes you think like if you're taking your favorite wrestler for granted, because sometimes they won't be able to go back into that square circle and lace up them boots and put their bodies through tables, ladders, chairs, garbage cans, and steel cage matches and war game matches. Like, it's like, we thank you guys. We thank all of you for giving us some of the best years of our lives as fans. Going back to AJ Styles' days in Japan, or his days in TNA with Samoa Joe. John Cena going from almost being fired to reinventing himself to coming back with Thugonomics and Word Life. And I was so happy that I was able to see that version of him at WrestleMania 35 because, like I said before, I wasn't watching wrestling then. So a part of that was in the past, but I was able to be there when he made a surprise appearance. And I think he went against Elias real quick, something real small, squashy, and it was good. Like, I got to rap Word Life. I got to rap the Thugonomics song, and I'm so happy about that. And Samoa Joe, his matches are amazing, but I think Samoa Joe was near and dear to my heart because of how he defended me at Walemania when we were in Texas. And P and I spoke about this on the show, and we did our recap. One of the workers in Texas at the event, at the venue, was very rude and disrespectful to me. And Samoa Joe just like saw the frustration in my face. He saw this frustration in my face. He saw how I was being treated, and he stepped up and was just like, why are you talking to her? She's a young woman. Just help her the way that she needs to be helped, or we can escalate it to, manager, get whoever needs to get. And they listened. And he stood up for me. So when I saw him later on that night, I definitely went to go thank him and tell him how much I appreciated him, because amongst all of the chaos, he took his time to honestly defend me and to stand up for me. So something I will always hold near and dear to my heart. And then P actually interviewed AJ Styles, I believe, for WrestleMania 40. So that's up on our YouTube. And them talking, this is when he was feuding with LA Knight. And if you know that viral video of LA Knight and AJ Styles having a brawl in the middle of the media room, which was amazing, which is phenomenal, pun intended. It's just those moments that we have to hold on to, because we will never, ever see them again. And thank you to the legends. Thank you to our legends. Thank you to, I guess they're the Gen Z legends now. You guys have transcended this business to go someplace where it has never gone before. And being that we're still having you here, we're still honored to have you here. We just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Be safe. We really say thank you. Now, moving on. So another legend that kind of just like left us in a sense is Walemania. Now, for those wrestling fans who know what Walemania was about, it was the pre-turn up to kick off WrestleMania weekend. It took place every Thursday of WrestleMania weekend, and it was just something that we were all ready for. P and I had the privilege of being at the final Walemania, this year in Vegas. And I actually had a chance of talking to Wale about the decision of ending Walemania after 10 years. It's been 10 years. It's been something amazing. Like, it was literally the party that you wanted to go to. It was wrestling. It was hip hop. It was music. It was just every type of fandom all at once. And when it wasn't gathered for a wrestling match. So here's what Wale had to say about coming to the decision of ending Walemania after 10 years.
Touch on the tweet that you sent out about it also being the final. Like, I have a lot of friends who are very sad they couldn't make it out here, and we was like literally planning for New Orleans next week, and I had to break the news that you said it's the final one.
I mean, yeah, because sometimes like the work is just like it doesn't match,
Yeah.
But I love the fans. I love everybody. Like, maybe there might be something,
Yeah.
but I just like it doesn't. I'm still chasing my dreams as like an artist, doing my thing, like trying to like lay my like stuff down. Yeah, so and Kaz is gonna be one of the biggest talking heads in sports media. Absolutely. Like, and I want that for him. That guy's one of the best guys at it. So it's like, we want to do it. We love to do it, but it's like, I don't know. It's just difficult trying to figure out the logistics. We love it though. It's a labor of love. It's a labor of love, but it's also like you can't really love it. You can love it, but it's like you can't really like give to it unless like it gives to you a little bit. Yeah. So it's just hard. Yeah. Last time I did Walemania, last year I was in the middle of a tour. Like it was just so much going on. It's like I can't even, focus. And the goal was to always elevate. Yeah. If we can't elevate, then we're just gonna let it,
That's a fact.
So many of you have heard me talk about how Walemania this year was not the same as Walemanias previously. And I always thank my friend Janae for coming with me to Walemania in Philly, because I feel like that was like the last real Walemania where I feel like there was really no restrictions. There was no restrictions. Fans and artists and wrestlers came together to have fun. I actually met Gerald Briscoe at Walemania for WrestleMania 40. And it was just a time to be had. So for this year, you can tell that there was a shift. There was something different in the air. And finally, Kaz, who was one of the producers of Walemania, who's also on the Ringer podcast, spoke about why it was time for this to come to an end while as a guest on the 101 podcast. So make sure you check out the entire episode. Such a great episode. Shout out to Kaz. But here's what Kaz has to say about Walemania ending after 10 years.
Before, the TKO, merge and all that type of stuff, WWE still ran mostly like a mom and pop. Like, I know these people, they know me, Like, it's all gonna work out well. And it's basically like if Hunter and Sean and all these people think it's cool, we're gonna do it, Now there's a little bit more red tape, right? And granted, I wouldn't bury it completely. I still think there's something there, but it just had to be the way it was originally done. It couldn't be done like that anymore.
I agree. The way that Walemania was originally done could not be done. It can't be replicated. It's just a moment in time where even if for wrestling fans, they were not going to the actual WrestleMania event, whether it was one night or two nights, everybody made sure to attend a Walemania. And it is something that, again, like the legends of John Cena, AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe, that we really have to cherish, because it's something that we thought would never disappear, would never go away. And then all of a sudden, boom, we hit 10 years and Walemania is no longer a thing. Boom, John Cena has hit 20 to 25 years in this business. And now all we have are the memories of when he first started up until now. And all we have is 4 more matches left for him. Boom, we have AJ Styles coming to the realization that, his body it's time for his body to rest. It's time for him to rest in this ring, in this wrestling business. And boom, we have Samoa Joe's just like, listen, when I'm out, I'm out. You see me or you don't. It just makes you want to cherish all of these moments and all of these legends while we still have them. Because a lot of them don't get to live as long and still be wrestling as long as these legends are now. So we definitely have to appreciate them. With that being said, I would like to send my condolences to Sir Mo. He was one half of. Let me look up the tag the tag team, because Men on a Mission. Sorry, with I know him as Viscera, but he was one half of that tag team championship group, and he recently passed away. And I just wonder, and he was 58. He's fairly young still have life to live. He was 58 years old. So with that being said, I would like to offer my condolences and my thoughts and prayers to his family, because he recently passed away. And it also makes you want to just cherish your loved ones, no matter what field, what region, what area they're in. Just cherish your loved ones. Thank you to our legends. We love you. We will always love you. And thank you for the memories you have created for us. And thank you for the times you have given us, the moments that we've shared together. And we just can't wait to see what's next for you outside of the squared circle. Thank you to Cass for speaking out and breaking your silence on Walemania after 10 years. It was a time. A time was had, memories were made, and moments were cherished. And that's all we can take away from all of this. So make sure you follow me, Miss Krista B, MS_KRISTAB_ on Instagram and MS_KRISTAB on Twitter. Please make sure you follow those wrestling girls everywhere. Make sure you follow my better half, Queen PR, Queen 3_ PR, and follow the Revolt Creator Network on all social media platforms. On that note, it's your girl Krista B, and I am out of here until next time. I will see y'all later. Mwah.